Welcome to RPG Book Club, the podcast where you play a little bit of video game and talk about how it makes us feel. I am Sam Allman.
I'm Bernard.
And today is a very special announcement episode because we're going to be undergoing some changes around here, and we wanted to announce it here on the podcast feed for the roughly 100 of you who listen every week but don't hop on the Discord. So we have good news and bad news. We're going to get none of it is actually bad news. It just one of them will seem weird, but it's actually all good news actually. So the bad-ish news is that we're basically going to make about half as many episodes going forward. We are canceling LongCast and Shortcast, and we'll go down to only having 2 episodes per week, and minus the 4 that we supposedly have, but almost 1 or 2 of them get canceled every week. So we'll be going down to 1 episode on the main feed and 1 episode in the bonus feed every week. Because frankly, we're kind of burnt out and we want to do new things, but our commitment to these longer projects make any new thing we do an additional thing. And we're already playing 12 hours of video game, recording 6 hours of podcast, and Bernard then has to edit for 6 to 8 hours on top of that. So anything additional would probably kill us. So in order to keep us agile and interested in the things that we're doing, here's the plan that we have for the podcast going forward. So each week we're going to have our main series episode. This will still be the heart and soul of the podcast, and we want it to remain the focus and kind of be the important one and not just something tossed together because we had to balance 4 recordings in 1 week. And then we will also have 1 additional bonus episode each week, and it will post directly into the bonus feed that we recently launched on the Ko-Fi. This will usually probably be Tales of Podcastia, but if we want to do a JRPG canon episode or a shortcast episode or a Book Club no Kiseki episode or anything like that, that will be the extra episode that week. And so if we feel like checking in with Matt and doing a Kiseki episode, we won't have a Podcastia episode that week. We're not going to try and do a lot at one time. We're going to always just have the main episode and 1 bonus episode. That means that the main feed going forward will only host the main feed, and the bonus feed will host all of the bonus content, which sounds like it sucks, but it actually rules because now that we have the bonus feed and we can do things on the bonus feed and we have that 1 extra bonus episode, we can do things that don't have to be a whole thing. So if we want to take a break from Tales and Trails and just cover Legend of Legaia because we feel like it, we can. Or if a new game comes out that all of us are playing and we want to just talk about it, we can do that. Or we can record a one-off episode where we rank our favorite battle systems, or even decide to cover a LongCast style like trilogy of games, but not commit ourselves to adding an additional weekly episode because we're not really good at weekly episodes. I don't know if you've noticed this whole year, but we're supposed to have like 3 episodes a week plus JRPG canon when it's ready, and we've had maybe 1 or 2 succeed at coming out every week because it's untenable to do a lot. Because we love doing the podcast and I basically want to do it forever, but it doesn't pay any bills. It barely pays its own bills, but it definitely doesn't pay us for 20 plus hours of work every week. So we're dialing it back to have a better work-life podcast balance. So right now, as it stands right now, the bonus feed will probably be a Tales of Podcast episode every week with a Book of no Kiseki roughly monthly. Matt's schedule is a lot, so we're not going to again, we're trying to not overcommit to anything, but we want to play more trails. So we're shooting
play
for
more trails and play more tales.
Play Minecraft Trails and Tales update that came out recently, which made it really hard. So I was trying to get a like a podcast cover for the bonus feed, and I was like, well, it's mostly Trails and Tales. Let me see if anybody has done like fan art of the two of them together. But all of the fan art is about Minecraft Trails and Tales that came out like a week ago. So sucks to be us. Anywho, so yeah, it'll be Tales of Podcastia pretty much weekly, with a Book Club no Kaseki roughly monthly, and then the JRPG canon episodes whenever it's ready. I having to do the JRPG canon episodes as an extra thing has made it not as good or deep as I've wanted, because I like when they were blogs and I just was playing games on the clock at work and writing about them, I could like break down level 1 and be like, oh, here at this thing we walk into a room and we see these two things and they're really, really cool. And I basically haven't been able to do that for any of the JRPG canon episodes, and I want to be able to. So having more time to do it on the weeks where I do it, I think will make them a lot better quality. So that does bring us to the elephant in the room, and that elephant is the Dragon Quest VII LongCast goal that's sitting at 94% right now on the Ko-Fi. A LongCast of which we've actually already recorded an episode. So what we're going to do instead, since we're canceling LongCast, is we're going to turn the episode that we recorded plus a second recording session. We're going to turn it into like a super long double length JRPG canon episode on Dragon Quest VII to work as a celebration of the series across the 7 classic Dragon Quest iterations. It'll basically be 2 full book club episodes for the first 2 parts of the game, as well as all the good JRPG canon stuff, like the history and diving into everything, and will give us something to finally be a recorded version of our often repeated "which Dragon Quest should I play first" conversation that comes up every time someone new joins the Discord. That episode's going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait for you all to hear it. It'll be every time we do these big Chongus episodes, they're my favorite episodes. So we get to talk about Dragon Quest for like 2 hours. So I think that you'll enjoy it. Then lastly, I came up with this idea earlier today, and I've thought about something similar for a while. And in the Discord, I'm going to open a new forum that's going to be called Build Your Own Book Club, which will basically be a looking for group forum for people who want someone to play through a game with them. My favorite thing about the podcast is how much more fun it is to experience something at the same time as someone else. And so just because we're not doing 4 episodes a week and doing all of the book clubbing, you could totally find someone else on the Discord to be like, hey, I really want to play through again Legend of Legaia because I've always wanted to play it. Let's play it together, everybody. And then you have a forum and you can post in the updates in the thread and hang out with people that way. So who knows if anyone's going to use it, but I know there's a non-zero amount of listeners who are like, oh, y'all should cover blah 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 because I want an excuse to go back and play it again. So here's your excuse: convince other people to play games with you, and you have a forum to talk about it. Then lastly, I want to thank you guys for listening to this podcast for so long. It's all of you wonderful listeners that inspired me to overpromise and do 4 episodes a week and then underdeliver an average of 1.5 episodes per week. I really love doing this podcast, and I really, really love the community that we've built in our small corner of the internet. And I hope that this change is seen for the positive turn that it is, and not like we're canceling My Name is Earl on a cliffhanger or anything like that.
Which I personally did, and I'm sorry.
Yes, that's what that's what Bernard did before he joined the podcast. Is he just canceled beloved sitcoms? So yeah, we'll see you guys next week as we continue our playthrough of Super Lesbian Animal RPG, and club members can look forward to the bonus content we'll be posting on the backer feed. If you want access to that backer feed, you can head on over to www.rpgbook.club, where any and all donations will help us cover the cost of running the show and striving to make it better and better. If you set up a recurring monthly donation, that also infers additional benefits. If you donate $1 more a month, you can get access to that bonus feed, as well as access to our polls to decide what game we play next on the main feed. If you donate $5 or more a month, we'll also shout out your name at the end of every episode, just like this.
While you look that up, I want to just point out you said infer when you meant confer.
That's what I do.
Confers. I love correcting you.
Yes, you do. So yeah, shout outs to Frost Terror, Dragon Slayer 19, Cerebral Wind, Floris, Kaldron, Freddy Rodriguez, Ron524, JFro Prime, and Doho. And then finally, if you love us so much that you want to donate $20 or more a month, you also get to make me say a sentence of your choosing to either plug something or just to make me say something ridiculous. So shouts to El Tantavi, who wants you to check out critical-distance.com, an aggregator for games criticism and journalism. Shout out to William Taylor, who wants you to check out rpgamer.com, reviews for people like us by people like us. Shout outs to Vimke, who wants you to play Legend of Legaia. Please, they're begging you. And shout out to Carr, who's a dentist, so he's not plugging a website, but rather your own mouth. And he says to brush your teeth twice a day. Most importantly, the time before you go to bed. For RPG Book Club, I've been Sam Allman.
I'm Bernard. I didn't say much, but
That's okay.
I wanted to be here.
Yeah. We love you so much, and we're excited for all of the opportunities that a reduction in output will afford us. So stay tuned for cool shit. And toodaloo, folks.